Hello everyone, and happy new year to each of you, my sisters. Thank each of you for stopping by for another video. Matter of fact, this is my first video for 2025. I've created this beautiful makeup application. If you guys are interested on how I created this look, please continue to watch. Starting off with my Mario facial spray. I've already gently cleansed my skin and I'm just pressing that product into my skin. Now I'm going in my Good Molecules serum. Love this serum so much. It gives me the perfect amount of hydration with my entire skincare regimen. And make sure that you are applying your skincare down on your neck as well. Now I'm moving over to moisturizer. I'm using the Pond's Daily Moisturizer. And yes, love her. She is one of my favorite moisturizers. Moving over to eye cream. I'm using the Good Molecules Yerba Gel Eye Cream, which gives me an awakening under my eyes. Now I'm just applying a little topicals lip balm to hydrate my lips. Moving over to brows. I'm using the NYX. This is a new product to my makeup application. This is the NYX brow glue. It's something just like that e.l.f. brow lift, and this is like my third time using this product, so I'm beginning to love it. So yeah, I just apply the product throughout my brow hairs and then I set them in place. Now I always set my brow hairs with my Morphe setting powder in the shade Banana. Now I'm just cleaning up my brows. I don't think I'm gonna fill in any of my brow hairs today. I think I'm gonna just leave it just the way they are. I'm using a Wet n Wild concealer brush, and the concealer I'm using today, I decided to use Prenali because of course I'm running out of my favorite caramel shade, but it's just probably like one shade brighter than that caramel shade, but it's perfect for cleaning up my brows and preparing for eyeshadow application. I'm just setting my eyelids with my Morphe setting powder. And for eyes, I need to show more love to this palette, you guys. This is the Nude Persuasion palette by Makeup by Melissa. So I started off with that first shade for a transitional shade, and I always start off right in the socket of my nose bridge area just to give some dimension for the contour for my nose bridge. So yes, I'm just applying product as needed to my liking and repeating the same step on the second eye. You guys can tell that I'm out of breath a little bit. I've been under the weather. I mean under the weather. Not only I've been sick, but my entire household has been sick, but we have to keep moving forward. And just to bring a little bit more of definition in that crease area, I'm using, the first brush I used was the Morphe M441, and the second one is the Morphe M433 blending brush. Just blending those two shades together. So yes, you guys, even though we've been under the weather, God has been so amazing and so good to me and my family. And I tried this lid shade here. It looked like it really wasn't giving me what I wanted, so I decided to add a little bit of my Fair e.l.f. concealer, and I'm just cutting my crease, and then I'm gonna try that shade again to see what it's going to give me. And I'm using a Sephora, no, this is an Ulta number 21 concealer brush to cut my crease. Going back in with that shade, and I was truly pleased with that. So the concealer really helped bring that shade color out. And to add a little bit more sparkle to the eyes, I'm going in with my Give Glimmer glitter pigment, and I'm using a Real Techniques brush just to apply that right on top of that shimmer shade. And I'm just blending in that second shade into the glitter shade. I'm sorry, you guys, I'm kind of everywhere, like I said, under the weather. And I'm going in with my Wet n Wild liquid eyeliner. And for skin, I'm going in with my NYX Marshmallow Primer. Love her so much. This primer is perfect if you have irritated, dry skin that needs a lot of love, a lot of hydration. It soothes the skin. Now, for me, I did not have any irritation on my skin, but I just love how it feels and it soothes my skin. It gives me a beautiful makeup application throughout the day. And for foundation, I'm going in with my NARS Soft Matte Foundation in the shade Caracas. Just giving it a light mist with my e.l.f. Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist. I don't know what I have done with my favorite Makeup Revolution setting spray, but we're going to use the e.l.f. setting spray for today. And I'm using the double-ended e.l.f. foundation brush just to press that product in, and you guys can just watch me blend that foundation and press it into my skin. And you want to take your time whenever you're doing this step here, my sisters. For this new year, the Lord has reminded me to seek his kingdom first, Matthew 6:33, and his righteousness, and everything else will be added. You guys, this is an amazing word. It has so much revelation in it, and I'm super excited. Read it for yourself and see what the Lord has to say to you about that specific scripture. I've already blended out my foundation with my Damp Beauty blender. Now I'm going in with my Suede Mocha foundation brush in Black Opal. And I'm just blending out my nose bridge area. And I'm going to blend out the remaining of my contour areas with my BH Cosmetics contour blending brush. You can tell that I'm pressing it in and stippling it as well. And you just take your time and don't be afraid of how the product is looking. I promise you, my sister, everything will be so beautiful and flawless once everything comes together. Now I always go back in with my beauty blender to make sure that everything is blended out. Airbrush, my sister. Airbrush. Moving over to blush. I'm using the Rare Beauty Liquid Blush in Joy. And I'm using my favorite BH Cosmetics Fluffy Brush to blend that beautiful blush shade out. And for concealer, I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. First shade is in Warm Sand. And the second shade, to highlight a little bit under the eyes, I'm going in with the shade Sand. And I'm just applying the concealer in the areas where I want my face to be highlighted. using a BH Cosmetics concealer brush to blend that out, and you can use any concealer brush you choose. I always start off with my chin around the edges, and I make my way up to the lip area, the forehead, nose bridge, and the areas where I clean up my eyeshadow. And you notice I go back and forth from one side to another because I really want a lot of coverage under the eyes. So I like for it to just sit and dry down for a minute or so. Now I just like to blend everything together. And I'm getting ready to set my under eyes. You guys, this beauty blender will actually give you that airbrush look, and it'll also take away excess product that's sitting on top of the skin. Now I'm going in with my first powder. I'm using the Morphe Filter Effect, and I'm sorry they no longer carry this powder. It's in number 4, and I'm using that one to press in the product to melt that concealer in under the eyes before I go in with my Huda Beauty setting powder. And I love mixing Blondie and I think it's Peach Pie, and those are the two shades that I mixed together, and I'm setting the remainder of my face with. Now I'm doing a little bit of baking, and I'm using a Sephora powder puff to apply it. Now to set that contour area, I'm using my Trailblazer bronzer by Morphe, setting those areas, and setting that blush with the Sephora Flirted Up blush, using the Real Techniques blush brush to apply that. Now I'm just smoking out the under eyes and setting my face with the Sephora Micro Smooth Powder in Mahogany. And I forgot to add my bronzer on my jawline. Now I'm just pressing in that Morphe Filter Shade Powder under the eyes just to press that bake in. And we want to melt it down, my sister, with that e.l.f. setting spray. And I've already added my Beauty Supply eyelashes number 2, and I'm using the Essence Black Gel Liner for my lower lash line. And you can tell that I kind of poked myself a little bit. But this is the primer for my eyelashes. Love her. She's by Essence. I'm going to let that dry down, and now I'm moving over to my lips. Love my Molasses Sephora lip liner, you guys. Love her so much. She's super creamy, easy to work with. Love this lip liner. And I love to just blend my lips together just to cut off that harsh line from the liner. Now I'm going in with my ABH matte lipstick in Warm Taupe. Adding my mascara. This is Call Me Queen by e.l.f. So this is the completed look, my sisters. Thank each of you for watching from start to finish. I love you all with the love of Christ, and I pray each of you have an amazing year with the help of the Lord. I love you all. God bless.